I can't wait till I get home so you can tear the cherry out.
Hey boo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's get into the tea. Today we're going to be recreating this super cute pink blush look that I found on TikTok. I'm going to put the inspo right here. It was super cute and I was like, I have to try it, and I want to bring the girls along. So let's get into it. I went ahead and did my brows off camera, and I just used the NYX brow glue and carved them out. And now we're starting to cut our crease with a bit of concealer. I'm using this Say concealer, and we're cutting our crease in the shape of a wing because it's supposed to give that double liner look, which I underestimated, girl. This was so hard. But once we got that done, we just set everything with the Fit Me press powder. And don't worry if you mess up the shape a little bit, because we are going to clean that up later. Once everything was set, we could finally get to the fun Girl La La part, which was pulling out our blush palette. I absolutely love this blush palette. It's from Makeup by Aaliyah, and she's on TikTok. I just packed in that light pink shade, and it was perfect for the look I was going for. Here, I was just trying to follow the shape of where I had already cut the crease and make sure it was as clean as possible. But if not, we're going to clean it up later. I was switching between an angle brush and a more rounded brush for that precise look that we're going for. Girl, by this time I was getting scared because it was looking a little bit crazy, but I said we have to see the look through, boo. So we pulled out the Morphe palette and got right into it. From this palette, I pulled out a shade that was closer to my skin tone to do the clean up so it can look as sharp as possible, because girl, I was not playing. And this was the real test. I had to do this off camera. The wing liner, this was so hard for me, and I do not do wing liner a lot, but this was a real challenge. Once I kind of perfected the wing liner and got it how I wanted to look, let's move on to the face. Finally, I went in with my e.l.f. Hydro Grip primer, and that's a must. And then Catrice Cosmetics just sent me some new primer in PR, so I was like, why not try it out? Of course, we had to go in with our Kylie Skin Tint. I love using this because I don't really like wearing foundation. It's light enough and it gives me that coverage that I'm looking for. So that's always a good thing, girl. Honestly, this was such a fun video to make because I just love playing in makeup, and I feel like I don't do it enough. And how are the girls going to learn how to do their makeup if they don't play in it with nowhere to go? Next, I went in with my Say concealer in all of my high points under my eyes, my chin, and my forehead. I like to let my concealer sit for that extra coverage, and while that's sitting, I go in with my contour. This one is from e.l.f. I want to try out some different brands, so let me know in the comments what you guys use for contour. But I love how warm this is, and I love a good bronze look, boo. So drop your comments right now. I had to sneak some pictures in. I feel like I never take pictures, and I want to start taking more pictures in 2026. So yeah, I had to sneak a few pictures in, but I was just blending out my contour, and I added a bit more because, like I said, I love a bronze look, and I like to keep it very high on my face because that helps me not drag it down and keep it right in place, which is so good. Nose contour and blush actually have to be my favorite thing. I love a good nose contour, and it just eats so bad to me. Like, I love when it's very defined, and boo, let me tell you something. I'm going to make sure it's defined every single time. Then I go in with my setting spray so I can go ahead and blend out my concealer. I don't play about them under eyes, boo. I cannot have no creases. I make sure everything is blended, no creases, boo. I can't have no creases. And I love a bright under eye. Y'all gonna see in a minute, because me personally, if it's not bright, it's not right, and that's one thing about it. I don't care. So I just continue to blend out the rest of my face, my chin, and my forehead. And one thing I do love to do is, once I finish blending in my concealer on my forehead, go back in with my bronzer brush so it all blends together. Next is blush. I'm using this blush from NYX. I love it, and I recently just got this e.l.f. Halo wand, and it's like a glittery kind of blush. I love these together. I don't know, I just paired them together just trying stuff, and it was super cute. And same thing with the blush. I like to keep it high so it doesn't drag down. I want my makeup to look lifted. It's always gonna give lifted, boo. And if you can't tell already from the video, I just love blush. I don't know when to stop applying. And here comes the bright under eye. This is also my Say concealer. I just love a great bright under eye. It just brings so much to the look, and I just let it dry down with my little fan, which comes in handy. Here I'm just blending my concealer, and I like to blend it all the way up so it gives that sharp lifted effect, and it just gives so tea to me. Like, that's just so teacup when I look at your makeup, and it just gives snatch. That's what I want to give. And that's what the inspo picture was giving. So we're trying our best to recreate, even though we're doing a little tweaks, a little changes to it. We're making it our own, but it's still kind of like the inspo picture. And one thing about me, before I even start blending my concealer, I already have my powder puff ready with the powder. So as soon as I'm finished blending, I'm setting, because we will have no creases. We will have no creases at all. And I'm using the Fit Me pressed powder in the shade 310. And I'm just repeating that on the other eye. And I like to do one eye at a time because, once again, my under eyes will not be creased. I love to have a very blurred, creaseless under eye, and that's what it gives, boo. It's not going to give nothing else besides blurred and creaseless. You hear me? Thank you. And this is definitely the point in my makeup where I start to feel it, where I start to look like a baddie, where I start to feel like I'm a baddie. Thank you. Now I'm setting everywhere that I put concealer with the pressed powder, and then I'm going in with my Laura Mercier powder for a bake, because once again, I love a bright under eye, and this just helps me achieve that look every single time. It's the brightest under eye, boo, and I love it. And this is in the shade Honey, because I feel like sometimes the translucent be making me look ashy, boo. I don't know about that. So I had to switch over to Honey, and I absolutely love it. And I just love to do this step because it just makes everything look more precise and just put together. Like, everything has its own place, but it's also all blended together. And while that's baking, I go in with my Juvia's Place bronzer, which I love so much, and I'm just placing that powder everywhere where I put liquid, because baby, we want to be blurred, like I said. And as I'm doing that, I'm also kind of removing the bake so everything seamlessly blends together, because baby, we love a beat. We love a seamless looking beat. As you can tell, I love this powder. Now I'm kind of brushing and blending that under eye bake away so it blends seamlessly. And I love to do this right before I do blush, because once I do my blush, it all just blends together seamlessly. And I'm going back into that blush palette and using it for my powder blush, and it is super cute and super girly. I use like a lighter pink, and then I went in with a darker pink for like a little ombre moment, and then I went in with a brush with no product, so it all just seamlessly blends together. And this is one of my favorite steps, again, like I said. And I forgot to do my nose contour. I don't know why I forgot that, so I just went back in and did that to make sure everything was looking good, sharp, and defined, boo. Once I did that, I just went back in on my nose with some powder, because my nose loves to get oily and I cannot have that, boo. And then I just went ahead and added some highlighter. I like to add it on my nose as well and on the bridge of my nose, and then went in with my Milani setting spray. I love this setting spray, Chef's Kiss. And then went in with my fan to kind of dry that down before I did all my other steps. The next thing I did was go ahead and do my lip combo. I used this NYX pencil in the color brown. And y'all, my toxic trait is keep on doing the same lip combos over and over and over again, because I be wanting to change up my lip combo, but once I like something, I just keep on doing it. And it's not even the fact that I don't get tired of it, because I do. I just don't be knowing what other lip combo to do. So help me in the comments. What do y'all use on y'all lips? Because I need some new ideas. And then I just went in with my NYX lip gloss. It's actually my favorite lip gloss, and I don't know the name. I'm sorry, y'all. Do not fight me. I should know the name, but it's definitely one of my favorite lip glosses by them. And then I went in with Fortune Cookie, I think. After I apply all my glosses, I like to just go back in with my brown lip liner to kind of define it. This is how it was looking before I added my mascara, and this really brought the look together because it sealed the liner. Y'all, it was just so tea. I was liking it more and more after I was finishing more steps, and I just love doing girly things and playing in makeup. And right here, I really played for real. Like, that was unacceptable. But then I used my favorite setting spray of all time, the L'Oreal Infallible. Girl, this stuff be holding your makeup on. This what it was looking like, boo, and it was tea, girl. You cannot lie. You can't lie it won't. You can't lie and say it wasn't tea, because it is, girl. Don't lie. Okay, girls, this is the finishing look. I feel like it came out super cute. I added a few little twists on it because, girl, this look was actually hard, but I just love playing in makeup, and I feel like we need to bring that back. So I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on this video, girl. Bye.